Hello YouTube, it's your girl Kimberly. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. In this video, I'll be talking about the Ocean Coral Spring in Montego Bay, Jamaica. It is an all-inclusive resort that I stayed at, and I just want to give a quick review on whether or not you should come here. So give a short sweet answer is yes. I think that it is a great resort. I had a wonderful stay there. I went for my birthday, so I went in May a couple of years ago, so I think 3 years ago at this point. But it was such a great hotel that I was like, how about I not did a review for them? Like, I gotta come back and tell the people. So it is a great place to stay if you're vacillating between this place and another place. I know they have multiple resorts that are connected to this resort, another benefit, but this is a really great resort and you're gonna have a wonderful time. All right, so now before we get into the full-on review of all the categories and the breakdown, subscribe to the channel. I do a lot of great travel reviews here. Also, travel tricks and tips. I don't know why that's so hard. But some great travel information. I'll link some videos below in the description in terms of pre-check and all the different things that every traveler needs to know, so that way you can, in addition to booking this resort, you know, have some more great travel tips to help you plan. All right, so let's get into it. So the categories that I have are pool, entertainment, beach, bars, food, service, and the room. And then I have kind of my own 2 cents information that I'm going to insert. So in terms of the highlight of this hotel, the best thing was the entertainment. The shows were so good. And what's funny is that the shows don't have a lot of props or like CGI technology. It's literally just super talented dancers and performers that are phenomenal. And I really think that if you're there, I mean, granted, I know you probably have like excursions and outings and different things you want to do, but do not miss out on the shows. Especially there's a show that's like the history of music in Jamaica. That show is great. The audience is into it. People are clapping and dancing and having a good time. Really great entertainment. So 5 out of 5 for the shows. The next thing I will say was the pool. The pool is gorgeous. It's huge. It's literally the length of the property is the pool, and there's a huge swim up bar in the middle. You can walk around on the same bar on land before you get in the pool. There's always enough space. I was able to get a chair every day that was conveniently located. It's not like my chair was in a bush and I was hiding behind a tree. Like, all of the chairs have equidistant view of the pool for the most part. If you sit behind the bar, then the bar is in the way, but any other place you'll be able to see anything going on in the pool, and the pool is huge. So and it's nicely kept, enough chlorine that it felt clean but not too much, so that way you felt like you were being burned alive. Really great pool. 4 out of 5. Beach, 3 out of 5. The beach area is really small, so if a lot of people decide they want to go to the beach, there's not enough space for everybody. So thankfully I was going breakfast straight to the beach in the morning, so then I was able to get the chair that I wanted. There isn't a bar next to the beach, another thing that brings the beach down to a 3. So you have to walk to one of the restaurant bars that's like an outdoor bar, but it's still like the equivalent of like a city block and a half, like cat a corner from the beach to go get a drink. So not horrible, but also annoying, because now it's like, now I'm walking back and forth for drinks. Like, so there are some people that are waiters sometimes, and they'll come around and take orders and bring you drinks, but it's not consistent, so you do end up having to walk to get some drinks. Next are the bars. The bars, 4 out of 5. Every drink I had was good. I was asking them to do different combinations, because like I wanted lemonade and tequila, and they didn't really have that. So I said, well, if you do and they were going with my crazy. They was like, okay, I'm gonna try and finesse it and do something that's gonna taste good to you. So everybody at the bar is really good. I don't think I had one bad drink my whole trip. The only thing that took the bars from a 4 out of 5 instead of a 5 out of 5 is the bar at the club was struggling. They didn't have like a real soda gun, so then they had like bottles of soda, and the drinks were okay, and there was like a plastic cup because I guess people were like breaking glass in the clubs, I guess, I don't know, but they gave you like the plastic lunchroom cups from like back in the 90s, and I was just like, if you're gonna do plastic, at least do the fancy plastic ones. But yeah, and with the pouring of the sodas, they was just like, you want juice or you want Sprite? Like, we only have the juice, the bottles that are open, so that was a little disappointing. But the drink that I got ended up being good enough, so I was fine. So that was the bars. Food, 3 out of 5. The buffet, I would say, is one of the best resort buffets that I've ever been to. In terms of breakfast, lunch, and dinner all taste good. My experience is most resorts, breakfast is good and then the other 2 meals are horrible, but all 3 meals at the buffet were pretty good. I would say they were a 4 out of 5. What made them a 3 out of 5 is the service and the turnover of it all. Like, if something runs out, it's going to be out for a minute before it's replenished. And when you're trying to eat, especially if you have like an excursion or some place you're trying to go to make the bus, you don't really have time to be waiting on them to bring back more sausages. Like, you like, I'm trying to eat so I could go and make this little bus. So but breakfast does start at 6 something, so that was cool too. But yeah, so the buffet was good at every meal. The reason why overall food got a 3 out of 5 is because the restaurant situation is horrible. Basically, you're fighting for reservations. Everybody is, some places now they have the app, they have all these different systems, but for them, you walk up to the restaurant, get your name on the list, and if you come anytime later than like 7:30, it starts being static, and it's like, oh, we're booked, we don't have nobody else, can you wait till 9 o'clock eating time and stuff. So and the restaurants are shared with the other establishment, the other resort, which I think is the adult only side. So there is 2 other restaurants that they can go to that are not available to this side of the resort, but then their people were coming over because they had already ate at those 2 before, so then all the restaurants were like overwhelmed. The barbecue restaurant was disgusting. I don't know who told them that's what American barbecue tastes like, but it was so vinegary, like it literally tastes like they made the barbecue and then like took a spray can and sprayed vinegar all over the food. I was like, what is this? It was disgusting. And that was my first meal, so I was really upset. But the barbecue restaurant's gross. Maybe I got the North Carolina style barbecue, I think, so maybe just order the other things. But barbecue was real bad. I was like, please don't do this anymore. In terms of the room is old, but it's well kept, and the view that I had was like of a far off part of the ocean, and then there was like trees in the front. I think it was considered like a garden view, so it looked cute. It was very serene and peaceful, not that many mosquitoes on the balcony. I don't know if that was of their doing or if that was just happenstance, but I appreciated it. Gorgeous hotel room, but like I said, it is a little older, but everything is well kept. Like, there was no furniture peeling, nothing breaking, no paint peeling or nothing like that, no discoloration, but you could just tell from the style of the room that it was built in like 99, 2000, but everything upkept and a newer version of it, like a new version of the 2000 stuff, if that makes sense. So it's not an old hotel room, no smells, no weirdness like that. Very, very nice room. There are elevators. I would say that the elevators are very small and narrow, so in terms of if you have somebody who's in a wheelchair, I would definitely call ahead and ask about like measurements and sizing of the elevators, because I remember being in the elevator and it fitting like 3 adults and that was it. So maybe like, and it's 3 adults and a small child. And there were a few times where I took the steps because I was just like, I'm not about to smush in here with y'all. I'm just gonna walk up the steps. The air conditioner and everything was popping in the room. It was good. I liked the room. I think it was really nice. I definitely think it was worth the money. Excellent hotel. I would definitely stay here again. When you pull up in the little roundabout, when you get dropped off from the airport transfer, it's gorgeous. It has like a full up all glass entryway. The lobby is indoor and air conditioned, so if you do feel like you're not gonna go to the pool, but you're not gonna go to the beach, but you do want to be up and about at the resort, if you don't want to go to like the stores or the spa or something like that, you can sit in the lobby and there's a bar there and it's air conditioned and cool. Really good buffet for all the meals. I already said that. The staff was nice. So for service, I did get them a 2 out of 5. The reason why they got a 2 out of 5 is because selective people were nice. So the people in the restaurants and the bars were nice. The people at the front desk were super nice, explaining kind of like the run of show and all the events that were happening. They were super nice. But when it came to the restaurant and the going back and forth with the reservation and trying to get into the restaurant and them trying to be dismissive for you to just go to the buffet, especially since I went solo dolo, so it's very much so like, girl, you by yourself, we're not giving you a whole table, go to the buffet. I'm like, no, I paid way too much money, I want to eat seafood and all the other things too. So and I can imagine, especially if you have, there were so many people who ended up having to have multiple meals because they would go to the restaurant, and then also the turnover was slow with the bussers and the waiters at the tables. So when I went to the barbecue place the first night, I waited 30 to 45 minutes for my food. And I'm like, it's a canned menu. Everybody in here, there's 4 things you can order. Like, it's the salad, the soup, or something else, and then the main course and dessert. It's like a math problem. Why is it taking so long to get this food out? It still should be the same 12-minute runtime that any other restaurant has. Like, get this together. So because of that delay and then people would just leave the restaurant and the table would still need to be cleaned, and then they're like, oh, there's no tables, and it's like, that table's empty right there, somebody come clean it. So because of the bad service with the cleaning of the logistics of the restaurants, it brought down the full service of the resort, because even though breakfast and lunch would be great, you would be dreading the drama of dinner every day because you didn't know if you want to sit some places, go some places. The Japanese restaurant, I was never able to eat there because it was just so much drama of trying to get into the restaurants. And I didn't do any excursions, but I can only imagine if you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, you're gone all day, you shower, and you're trying to come back to dinner, and now you're fighting with the people at the you're fighting with the people trying to get a dinner reservation because you have a table of whatever. It's too much. So hopefully they fix that. That's the only bad thing about that resort. If they fix that, then it'll be 5 out of 5. Also, tell the people how to nicely tell people that they need to wait or that they have to go at a different time. But if they figure that out, then they'll be 5 out of 5. But for now, it's 2 out of 5 for service. Get that together, because that's an everyday thing. Like, you have to eat dinner every day. You can't get around it. The whole point of staying at the resort is to have dinner and not have a problem. So fix that. But like I said, the bartenders were nice. The people at the front lobby were so nice. It just sucks that the drama with dinner every night. That was annoying. Yes, and go to all the shows. The shows are amazing. So like I said, I would stay here again. It was a great hotel. I had a phenomenal experience. It was beautiful, and I loved my room. I loved the time that I had besides a little drama with dinner. Everything else was great. So definitely will come back here. If you have any questions about my stay, I will try to put the information in terms of what I paid and everything in the description box below. You know, prices do fluctuate, so be mindful of that. And also, May is kind of like a shoulder season for the Caribbean, so definitely if you are going to go in high season, add a couple dollars on there. But thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.